A. Answer the question based on the text above. Number 1. What else does digital technology have an impact on outside the company's strategic and competitive objective? My answer is, technology also have an impact on its business model, competitive advantage, and market strategy. Furthermore, digital technology has an impact on accounting information and management control system. Number 2. What, in your opinion, is the influence of technical advancement? My answer is, one aspect of the technology that has had a great impact on society is how it affects learning. It's made learning more interactive and collaborative. This helps people better engage with the material that they are learning and have trouble with. Also, it gets way better access to resources. Number 3. What is the influence of modern computer system development? My answer is, modern computers make people's life easier and more comfortable. They provide opportunities for staying in touch to billions of people who may very well be in different parts of the world. Today, people can drive computerized cars and work for employers from other countries without even seeing them. Number 4. Where may the impact of technical advancement on accounting be recognized or demonstrated? My answer is, technological advancement and digitalization enable the accounting professions to be renewed and changed. The advancement of contemporary computer system has resulted in a reduction in accountants' burden. Repetitive tasks that existed in the conventional method setting are now simple and quick. Number 5. What did Frey discover concerning the dangers of automation? My answer is, positions are at risk of automations and the accounting professions is at the top of the list, with a high likelihood of becoming automated and digitized in the near future. Systemize and examine the major change. B. Match the word or phrases with the definitions in the box. Number 1. In the annual report, a financial statement reader would find out if the company's financial statement give a fair depictions of its financial positions and operating result. Auditor's report. A. Number 2. Accounting assumptions assumes that an enterprise will continue in operation long enough to carry out its exciting objective and commitment going concern assumptions. B. Number 3. The purchase of an office building by issuing long-term notes payable should be reported as a non-cash investing and financing activity. C. Number 4. The deferred income tax liability represents income tax payments that are deferred until future years. D. Number 5. A measure of profitability is the return on asset ratio. E. Number 6. Working capital is a measure of liquidity. F. Number 7. The difference between the balance of the planned assets account and the related accumulated depreciations account is termed book value. G. Number 8. It is not an activity list in the statement of cash flow funding activities. H. Number 9. This is an example of a deferral recording prepaid rent. I. Number 10. Deciding whether to record a sale when the order for services is received or when the services are performed is an example of a recognition issue. G. C. Complete the sentences in the blank with the right words or phrases available. Number 1. Companies are encountering an industrial revolutions in which companies use blah 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 to orient themselves to customers through e-commerce, digital marketing, social media, and the customer experience. My answer is A. Digitizations. Number 2. New business models are being developed today based on a connections to blah blah blah. My answer is B. Informations. Number 3. Digitizations is eliminating functional silos and blah 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 are becoming integrated ecosystems that are fully transparent to everyone. My answer is C. Value chains. Number 4. To analyze the feasibility of automating accounting jobs and processes, it is necessary to distinguish between routine tasks that can be easily blah 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 and non-routine tasks that are difficult to do by machines or software. My answer is C. To automate. Number 5. According to Osinski et al., jobs and tasks that demand critical thinking, high-level creativity, and training as blah blah blah, human touch will not be automated anytime soon. My answer is A. Well as. Number 6. However, everyday tasks that do not necessitate a high degree of expertise or experience and only require a little amount of human interactions can be easily blah blah blah. My answer is A. Mechanized. Number 7. Many accounting tasks blah 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 already automated in many businesses according to Ernst et al. My answer is A. R. Number 8. These jobs are invoicing, payroll, and bookkeeping, and they are automated since they are blah 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 of routine, repetitive, stable, and structural processes. My answer is C. Making. Number 9. Auditors gain from digitalizations and automations during the following process according to Model-Ulhook: audit planning, analytical review methods, materiality assessments, internal control evaluations, risk blah blah blah, and going concern judgment. My answer is A. Assessment. Number 10. However, everyday tasks that do not blah 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 a high degree of expertise or experience and only require a little amount of human interactions can be easily mechanized. My answer is A. Necessitated. Number 11. Many accounting tasks are already blah 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 in many, especially in large companies blah 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 according to Ernst et al. My answer is B. Automated. Number 12. These jobs are invoicing, payroll, and bookkeeping, and they are automated because they blah 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 routine, requiring stable and structured processes. My answer is C. Involving. Number 13. According to Model-Ulhook, auditors benefit from digitizations and automations during the following processes: audit, blah blah blah, analytical review procedures, materiality assessments, internal control evaluations, risk assessments, and going concern judgment. My answer is A. Planning. Number 14. Examining how many businesses utilize digital solutions currently and what they plan to blah 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 in the coming years. My answer is A. Use. Number 15. These are primarily launched and blah 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 out by the largest audit firms. My answer is C. Carried. Number 16. On digitalizations in accounting and the main digital solutions that are already blah 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 in German companies or will be implemented in the near future. My answer is A. Implemented. Number 17. These are paperless accounting, interface to internal or blah 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 systems, data quality management, process automations, system uniformity, integrate consolidation systems, real-time reporting, transparency creations, big data analysis, visualization tools, and cloud computing? My answer is A. External. Number 18. Some conduct a survey of 76 major and medium-sized enterprises in Germany regarding the existing stage and future digital blah blah blah. My answer is A. Development. Number 19. For the firm's poll, the most popular applications of artificial blah 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 are automatic reading of invoice and documents for accounting, 39% of respondents, and automated payment transfer, 29%. My answer is A. Intelligence. Number 20. Those are mainly blah 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 and implemented by biggest audit firms. My answer is A. Initiated. D. Structure test. Make your sentences by using these accounting terms. Example, return on investments. Return on investment is a profitability ratio calculated from net income after deducting tax to total assets. Number 1. Profit and assets. My answer is profit describes the financial benefit realized when revenue generated from a business activity exceeds the expenses, costs, and tax involved in sustaining the activity in question. An asset is a research with economic value that an individual, corporation, or country owns or controls with the expectations that it will provide a future benefit. Number 2. Gross profit margin. My answer is gross profit margin, also referred to as gross margin, is a measure of a company's profitability. Gross profit margin indicates the amount of revenue remaining in a given accounting period after a company pays for labor and material, otherwise known as cost of goods sold. 3. Net profit margin. My answer is the net profit margin, or simply net margin, measures how much net income or profit is generated as a percentage of revenue. It is a ratio of net profits to revenues for a company's or business segment. The net profit margin illustrates how much of each dollar in revenue collected by a company translates into profit. Number 4. Return on equity ratio. My answer is the return on equity ratio, or ROE, is a profitability ratio that measures the ability of firm to generate profits from its shareholders' investments in the company. In other words, the return on equity ratio shows how much profit each dollar of common stockholders' equity generates. Number 5. Return on capital employed. My answer is return on capital employed. A profitability ratio measures how efficiently a company is using its capital to generate profits. The return on capital employed metric is considered one of the best profitability ratio and is commonly used by investors to determine whether a company is suitable to invest in or not.